Welcome back to my channel Code Fix Zone. Hope you all are doing well. In the last lecture we have discussed about the variables in the JavaScript and some basics of the JavaScript. And in this lecture we will be discussing and learning the variable declaration and initialization along with the data types, how data types will work and which are the data types are there in the JavaScript. And also these topics can be asked in the interviews, so be attentive guys, and let's get started. So what is a variable declaration? Variable declaration means creating a variable telling JavaScript that the variable exists but not assigning any value. We can say we already discussed and learned the let, where and const in the last video. I will put the description link. uh, I will put the video link in the description, so you can go through that video if you are not doesn't know about the uh, how variables work. We are declaring variable right now, let city, but not we are not giving any value to this variable. So this is basically known as the variable declaration only. Let's start by coding the declaration. If I am saying let full name only, I am not assigning any value to these variables. So these are the variable declaration. So if I try to console these variables, I'll open my index.html file and I'll open my console. So in this you can say I have declared the variables but I have not initialized the variables. So if I will try to console that variable, it will be undefined value. So I have not defined any value, so JavaScript will automatically assign this value as a undefined to this variable. Same with the case with the age, and there are two undefined and both the variables are undefined right now. Function variable initialization or assignment mean giving value to the declared variable. You can initialize by declaring or later. Currently I am only declaring the values. I can do like I can declare the value and I can also initialize the value here. And when I try to see that, then console log is showing the full name because I have initialize and declare the value at the same time. You can also do like declare the variable first and then assign it some value, right? You can see it's console undefined because you have initialized the value after the console statement. So I'll cut that and paste it here, and you will see now the console is showing the full name. So in this case we are declaring the variable and initializing the variable in the different statements. So hope you will know the difference between the variable declaration and variable initialization right now. So let's move to the data types. So in JavaScript there are two types of data types. One is a primitive data types, and other one is a non-primitive data types. So primitive data types store the single immutable value directly in the memory. These are the most basic building blocks of JavaScript. So when you declare any variable, be it a string, a number, boolean, or anything which stores a single value, not the object itself, so those are primitive data types. So some data types which are supported by the JavaScript are like string, number, boolean, big int, undefined, or there is a one more symbol, but that's not been used frequently. So we'll see about these primitive data types. So I have declared the variables like full name, age, and these variables I have declared, and these stores the single value. This is storing the string, this is storing the number, boolean, big int, and this is not storing anything. So we will let's see what are the data types of these variables, right? So I have print the data types. So you can print the data type of any variable with the type of. Type of is a reserved keyword in JavaScript. So when I refresh this HTML file, you will see the data type for this string. When I place the string value inside that full name, that returns the data type of string. Age is number, is graduated is boolean, Aadhaar is big int, and you will see the salary is undefined, right? Why it is undefined? Undefined is a important primitive data type, and you will see many times the undefined values, and you need to handle that inside the code. So when we declare any variable, right, when we declare any variable, it and we have not initialized yet, so the JavaScript automatically gives some value to that variable, and that is a undefined value, and that is also a primitive value because that is also a single value. Okay, so let's move to the non-primitive data type now. The non-primitive types store references to where the actual data is located. They are mutable and can hold multiple values. These are object, array, function, data regex. So we will be using object, array, function I think frequently, daily in to our coding journey. So let's declare the non-primitive data type right now. So let user, okay, suppose there is a user and we need to define a few properties for the user. We need to show the properties of the user inside that web page, and we can also do that. User name is John, let age is 30, let is admin. We can also do it like this, like with the primitive thing, but with this primitive data types, the code becomes large, and when we are scaling the application, that is not very developer friendly, you can say. So in the place of 3 lines, we'll declare user object, which is a non-primitive data type, and mark curly braces, and inside that we'll place key and the value, right? So inside that you will have a primitive data types. Now age 30, is graduated, true, right? So here we will have to put the comma here, right? So non-primitive data types are those which are not having a single value, and they can also be mutable. Mutable means if I console user now, okay, it will show my object name, age, graduated. So if I change user dot name, go to Bharat, so then I console this statement, then we see that the name is changed, right? but the value inside that variable is not changed. The value is assigned one time into the memory, and in the non-primitive data types the reference is being stored in this variable. Okay, when we create any you can say any object or any non-primitive data type, that reference is creating in the this variable, that variable, and when we are changing any property inside that object, it will changed, but the value remains value is changed but the reference remains the same, so it shows the updated data type, right? So if I console the data type for user, you can see the data type will now be a type of user. You can see the data type is object. So basically everything in JavaScript which is a non-primitive data type is object. Array is also an object, but a different kind of object, and mostly all the things are object in the JavaScript which is a non-primitive. So yeah, that's it from today's video. So subscribe and comment if you need any if you want to learn anything on the JavaScript side, so I'll try to make the video out of that.